everyone. Welcome back. BestBoxingBets.com. Christian Shreve here. You know, I'm receiving a lot of information and a particular query, so I think it makes sense to respond to this. Can anyone beat Andre Ward? You're looking at someone who has extraordinary discipline. They've demonstrated this discipline time and again. He hasn't lost a fight since he was 12. He won the Olympics, Super 6 tournament, and now he devastated Chad Dawson. He is an adjuster, which means he changes up according to what the opposition is doing, and he can make multiple changes within the same fight. He doesn't have extraordinary power, but he's developing it. He says that this is the last thing that he has to add to his game. So, can anyone beat Andre Ward? What kind of a fighter would that be? Let's talk about it. Boxing history is littered with a lot of examples of a dominant fighter. Someone who looks like they can do everything right, and then it all falls apart. And it happens in two ways. One is that the fighter, formerly known as the boxer-puncher or the all-around fighter, stops doing what got them to the top. Point of illustration is one of the most dominant welterweights of all time, undisputed welterweight champion Donald Curry in the 80s. Now, upon reaching the highest height, he fancied himself a puncher instead of a boxer and a mover who could punch. And within a short amount of time, he had not only lost the undisputed welterweight championship, but had been knocked out in the division above him. It happens over and over again. You find someone who can do everything well, and so they change. The other way that they lose is that they frequently, and you see this over and over again, they will punch against the puncher. They'll say, look, I can outbox this guy, I can move better, plus I can slug too. And they will lower their game to compete against the person whose only chance against them is to land with real power. And so you see on occasion the super champion upset, and it's happened a lot through boxing history. One recent example, I say recent because of how old I am, but one recent example to me, what comes to mind, is Livingstone Bramble, also known as Rasayalujah Bramble. This was a guy who could switch hit, who could deflect, redirect. He had a full arsenal of punches and was recognized at his peak as the number 3 pound-for-pound champion in the game. I mean, not only was he a dominant lightweight, he could track a guy down and break him down over time. He could move and get away from him and counter, or he could mix it up in the trenches. He could do everything. And because of that, he decided to stand in front of a pure knockout artist, Edwin Rosario of Puerto Rico, and he lost in the second round. These are devastating defeats. Now, how do they relate to Ward? This is how he's vulnerable, if he's vulnerable. Now, do I believe that he's going to drop the discipline that has got him this far? I do not. Do I believe that he might trade shots with a fighter who possesses superior firepower? It's entirely possible. The real question is, who out there has the power to knock out Andre Ward? I don't see anyone on the immediate horizon. Do you? Christian Shreve, BestBoxingBets.com.